Hey, what's up everyone? Aubrey Trades here with another Sunday night watch list video. Before we get into the watch list though, we are going to do a brief weekly recap since the last video I posted had no sound. So sorry for that. Ending the week down about $30.75 after a high of $16.89. Pretty disappointing. Friday trading was just not good for me. I overtraded a bunch. I mostly am putting it on fat baby, even though there's only small 5-share position size, like knowing where I needed to risk on this trade, which if I was buying up here, the only place to risk would be like here at 23 or 22.50, which means this should have been, if it's a $5 risk trade, it should not have been 5 shares. It should have been like 2 shares or something, right? So my bad there. And then I tried it again, and the same thing, 5 shares, $2 loss. But overall, considering my general rules are that $100 max loss on the day, and then $20 max loss per ticker, I still came in within the max loss per ticker. So I did follow my rules. It's just upsetting to see the progress sort of decimated on the last day of trading. But put into context though, from the 25th, which was the good week we had, we're still just right off the highs here, so plenty of room to come back and turn it around. I just need to be aware to be like really cautious Monday, sit on my hands, just take the most ideal setups and try and get green immediately. This is going to be my plan. Try and get green as quick as I can, like being really patient, waiting for the best setup, the high odds setup, and then like let's say that's a $10 winner, right? Then knowing on the next trades I don't want to eat into that, so continue to sit on my hands and just be aware of where the weekly P&L is and try and just get green week over week. I don't want to go back and forth between red. I know red weeks happen, but anyway. Moving on to the watch list now. I'm still interested in the meme names. Bed Bath & Beyond, namely, recovering from this gap down. So we had this big spike. Here's the 10-minute chart in the corner here, from 15 to 32, like a double, and then sell off, consolidates a little bit, and then on Friday, what happened Friday was there was a PR that was released. I'm trying to see if I can see it here on the Citron Research. There we go. Citron Research posted a long idea on it saying that it was fundamentally undervalued. That caused this rally from $19 to $23 a share on Friday. So we're now looking at a continuation play for this. This was a great like third day surge thing too. You could put it in the playbook, but I'm looking to see if we're going to rotate back into that 30 zone. So I'd be interested on that. You could maybe play that either on shares. You could play that on long calls out of the money, Jan 22 or something like that. And then I still think AMC structure looks really great with the development. We're kind of rallying a little into earnings. If earnings are good, that could be the juice to break out of this trend and rotate back up to the 50-60 level. GameStop did break out of its structure and has been consolidating, watching that for a rotation back up to the 250 zone, which is where it stopped out here. Man, I mentioned in a video too, long out of the money, like 250 calls, like before this breakout happened, or it was like, I think it was the day before or something. And man, those calls printed like 200-300%. I didn't take any personally, but like, ugh, right? Still looking at BB, Kodak. I did get a couple out of the money calls on Kodak just in case the meme thing starts happening. Those are all going to be sympathies to AMC and GameStop. QuantumScape too is another one that we're looking for this range break on. So that's kind of the meme ideas we're looking at. I'm also watching out for some of these Atlas, Zach Morris names that are being pumped out there, particularly MetX. I'm really interested in. We had this run and then consolidated, but we now are recovering, and I'm wondering if we're going to rotate back up to push this dollar zone and eventually this $1.50 zone. And it reminds me a little bit of how CEI was moving on its big run, like where you have here this like slower mover and then it pulls back a little bit, and then you have those here. So boom, 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 pop up, kind of consolidate, boom, 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 get into this like dollar range. Then we sort of like go sideways a bit, and then we get the big parabolic candles. So, you know, I want to see if this ends up developing similarly, right? Where we're up here, and then we start maybe rotating up into this dollar zone, $1.50 zone, and then, yeah, we'll see what it wants to do. Next would be what, 190, $4. There's like some random people throwing out $4 price targets on this thing on Twitter too, so we'll see. MRAY is another one, or MRAY. Recent IPO, kind of having this nice little structure here, seeing if it wants to get going. We got CYN, another Zach Morris name, and then CNTX. Bam. All similar sort of structures forming. Gonna see how those end up panning out later. Oh, I'll also mention too BCTX. Good breakout. Boom. First breakout day out of this range on Friday. And yeah, so see if this is gonna gain some momentum and rotate further up. Maybe start pushing that, like 15 is gonna be the next psychological zone for this thing. If we go to the weekly chart, zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this weekly 200 EMA cloud is around this 15 zone. So I'm going to be conscious of that as well for BCTX. But really, really pretty breakout. Nice trend reversal. Really good. Like that idea a lot. I'm just going to put that on BCTX. Breakout play. Lucid had a really great day on Friday. Ended up doing what we were talking about and kind of had this spike, consolidated, rotated back up. Still looking for this to rotate back up into the 50-60 zone, especially now that they got the deliveries going on. This is going to depend on what Tesla does, because Elon Musk did put out that freaking tweet about, should I sell 20% of my Tesla stocks so I can pay my fair share of taxes, which, like, I doubt that's actually his motivation, but, you know, whatever appeases the Twitter warriors. So we'll see. Like, you know, the EVs might soften because of Tesla, but I could just as easily see money rotating out of Tesla on the Elon selling news and rotating into like Lucid or you know what's another chart that looks pretty good is Ford. Ford's been kicking butt now, pushing $20. I remember when this like ran up here into the 15s, you know, and I was like, okay, no way. But now they're rotating back up, hitting 20. It's a good chart. Go back to the weekly. This is like weekly max available. 38.83 from 1999 is the high of this stock. Wow, that's hilarious. 38.83. Be aware that's going to come in mind later. Pushing past 20, I'd probably look for the long. I think we probably need to consolidate for a little bit. I mean, this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight days of up, right? You know, this is our main support cloud, the 3550 EMA, which is down here at $16. So, you know, it's getting a little bit extended. I'm not crazy about it, but also, you know, looks good. And they have that like Mach-E, the Mustang or whatever. So I'm going to add Ford over here as well. EV breaking out. Classic car company, good breakout chart on watch over 20. So again, hopefully this consolidates so then we can position ourselves to play that breakout over 20. I'd be nervous doing it now just because it's getting pretty extended, but that's just me. Moving down, SGOC finally did the thing. We've been watching this one forever. Look at this. Boom. Friday into the close, popping out of the range, hitting 728. Looking at this for Monday morning, see if we get a morning spike to test that 8 area and see if we want to get some kind of secondary run on that. Those are probably the mains. Still got EQOS listed up here. We'll check in with that. EQOS consolidating under this level. Could be good for a breakout in a couple days here. Just needs to break out of this structure. If we go to the 10-minute chart, you'll see what I'm saying here. Boom, to rotate back up into the 7s, maybe test that $8 range. We still got IFRX consolidating underneath the $5 zone. So we did kind of fade, bounced off of the support here in the 4s, rotating back up on watch for the breakout over 5. IRNT still kind of developing here. Not looking great as it is sinking, so I'm not terribly crazy about it, but whatever. Probably gonna move this further down the list, to be honest. And then I took Backed and Fun off. They're just not really doing anything right now. We'll also look at IINN, IINN. Nice, like just getting real tight here on this range. See if we want to bust out and rotate back up to the upside. WTRH, we're still watching for the trend break. Kind of like failed this breakout here, but see if we find support in the 150s and then rotate back up to test that breakout a second time. Would be nice. These are all ideas that are gonna develop over a couple of days. BTCY as well. This had this nice little run, had this little fall from grace moment here down to the 4s, but watching for the breakout over 5. All these ideas kind of need some time to develop, but I think that is fitting my style a little more. Givo just starting to break out of this structure, so we're gonna see if we're gonna find support on the 723 area and rotate back up to test those highs again, kind of get back into the 830s, the 9s, 10s even. Got some unusual option activity on that one too, which is always a good look. And then again, large cap option ideas are still pretty much the same. Microsoft, I think I'm gonna add Microsoft in there. It looks really good. We can pull up the Microsoft chart. Just keeps pushing. Qualcomm breaking out, Etsy hitting new highs, Net, Fastly, all good like large cap ideas. Kind of Fastly, I'm probably most interested in this, just because I think it's in this consolidation range. I'd love to see if this rotates back up and then play for the 60 breakout. But that's gonna be that'd be a good one. Play for the 60 breakout and then rotate back up into the 70s resistance area. That would be kind of interesting. Merck was really interesting because Pfizer came out with a COVID pill and this thing just deflated. And meanwhile, PFE now has a nice breakout chart. Hey, come on. Whatever. Let's see. I'll probably like I'll probably stop it there. A lot of these are ideas I went over last week as well, like especially on the large cap side. Pfizer, here we go. Look at this. Breakout on the COVID pill. Looking really good. We got this double top here at 50. So this might be setting up for a breakout. I like that a lot. Breakout over 50. Ideally, this chops around a little bit and slowly grinds its way up. That way it has like more juice in the breakout. Matterport, another interesting one that I like. It's like a metaverse play. Well, it's a 3D scanning company, but it's spiking on metaverse ideas. You know, look for the break over 23. Let's see if this wants to get going. Anyway, that's gonna do it for the evening. Thanks so much for watching. If you got value out of this video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what other types of content you want to see from this channel. Thanks again for watching. I'm Aubrey Trades. I'll see you in the next video.